Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about a major change on my channel. All right, I'll cut right to it. Uh, for at least the month of March, you're not going to hear the words Dungeons and Dragons out of my mouth. And for at least 1 month, I am changing the focus of this channel, effective immediately. Now, why am I doing this? Well, the world has fundamentally changed. February 22nd, we lived at Maslow's pinnacle, right? On February 23rd, we lived at Maslow's valley. Okay, so Maslow's hierarchy it's a mountain, right? And at the top of that mountain is art, and and I have been incredibly blessed. I have lived on Maslow's pinnacle the entirety of my life up until February 22nd, 2022. And on February 23rd, 2022, for the first time in my life, I lived in Maslow's Valley, right? And we all live in Maslow's Valley. And so I have some thank yous that I owe, right? So one, this is going to be a strange list. I have to thank President Nixon, President Ford, President Carter, President Reagan, President H. Bush, President Clinton, President W. Bush, Obama, and President Obama, and President Trump. And the reason why is for 50 years they preserved my life in Maslow's pinnacle. And all I ever had to worry about was art. There was never a single day in my life, ever, under any of those presidents, where I had one concern for food or shelter. Never. Not once. Right? February 23rd changed all that. Right? Me and a whole lot of other Americans discovered, right, Maslow's Valley immediately within 24 hours notice. Right? We were like, wait a second, what's happening? And then, you're just listening to the news and you're like, oh, I have to think about food and shelter, right? Not in that order, in the reverse order, shelter and food, right? The lowest, basest concerns of Maslow's hierarchy, Maslow's Valley concerns, right? Now, and I was like, and me, and I think low millions, maybe like tens of millions of Americans who are paying attention were like, is my house going to be ash tomorrow, and 25 to 50 miles around it will be unsuitable for human living? I'm concerned about my shelter, right? Like, and then they were like, okay, wait, calm down. Maybe that won't happen, right? Maybe my shelter is okay. But wait, is milk going to be $10 a gallon tomorrow? Because there was a rush, right? On the thing that there should not be a rush on. Right? Like, and so for 52 years, I lived at the pinnacle, at Maslow's pinnacle. And then suddenly I was at Maslow's Valley. All right. So the reason I'm not going to speak the words Dungeons and Dragons after this video going forward, right, is Dungeons and Dragons is the highest form of human art. Nothing has ever been created that was better. No human artistic endeavor was ever better than Dungeons and Dragons. Gary Gygax established Unbound Identity and Unbound Immersion in 1974, opened up this massive new realm of art for humanity, right? And it was incredible. It was incredible while it lasted. Now it's shattered now, right? Because I would be a fool to continue to flap my gums about Maslow's pinnacle concerns, the deepest, most esoteric, concerns of Dungeons and Dragons, when we're living in a Maslow's Valley world. It would just be foolishness. And I try not to be a fool, right? I have additional thank yous. So the vast majority of you, I'd say about 80-90% of you, are very dedicated viewers and amazing commenters on Dungeons and Dragons, right? And you explored the deepest, most esoteric aspects of Dungeons and Dragons with me, right? And I cannot thank you enough. I really cannot thank you enough. Thank you for every view. I have 500,000 views because of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm very proud of that. It was a major accomplishment. I had no idea how fortunate I was for the timing of that could happen before this. And it means a lot to me. And the greatest payment that I received, right? I've never made a dime from this channel, right? And so why do I do this? Why did I talk for 9 years about Dungeons and Dragons on this channel? Well, it wasn't for money, and it wasn't for subs, right? Subs and views. It was for the comments. That was how I was paid, right? And that is the most valuable thing I walk away from. And my videos are a record of these incredibly powerful, wise statements about the greatest form of human art that's ever existed. And the conversations were very deep and very specific, and it dealt with the deepest, most esoteric corners of the Dungeons and Dragons world. And I could not be more thankful, and I want to thank each and every one of you for going on this journey with me. And I am promising you, I'm not going to say Dungeons and Dragons for another month, all right? And I intend to keep that promise, right? 1 month later from now, I'll check and we'll see if the world has been restored. I do not think it. I'll check again to see if we're living at Maslow's pinnacle again. I don't think we will be, right? And I don't intend to squawk about Maslow's pinnacle concerns when we live in a Maslow's valley world. That is the height of foolishness. And I think a lot of people are going to have a hard time because they're not going to realize they're bringing Maslow pinnacle energy in a Maslow's valley world, right? And I really, really want to thank you. One more thing I want to say is, so I'm an evangelical Christian. I used to go to this. They don't say this at my current church. They said this at one of my churches previously. You would go in and we had this big sanctuary, and you would and we'd have events, not on church days, but events through the week, and you'd have to clear 100, 200 seats, right? And so everybody would, and you'd have to do all these tasks to get the church ready for, if it happened on a Friday or Saturday night, you have to do all these things to get it ready for Sunday, right? And so you'd sweat and you'd labor and you wouldn't leave, right? And then people would hang around for somebody to come tell them another task, right? And then one of the church elders or one of the church deacons would come up and they would say, "You are released. Thank you," right? And that's what I'm saying to you right now, right? You are released. You showed up here for engaging Dungeons and Dragons commentary, and to have a space where we could have a discourse on Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm so thankful for every wise comment, every valuable comment, every funny comment, every meaningful comment about the thing I loved fourth most in this world, which was Dungeons and Dragons. I think Dungeons and Dragons is shattered at this point. Doesn't mean we'll never have it again. What was Dungeons and Dragons? Well, it was a mithril sigil that was forged, and Vladimir Putin shattered it. He's like, you don't live in a Maslow's pinnacle world where you can be concerned with art. You live in a Maslow's valleys world, and you better start thinking about your shelter and your food, right? And so he Vladimir Putin for Americans just absolutely shattered Dungeons and Dragons. I think it's in pieces now. Doesn't mean it's not going to be together again, right? But it's going to have to get melted down and reforged. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to play Dungeons and Dragons in the world we live in now, because it's a Maslow's pinnacle activity, and we're in a Maslow's valley world. Vladimir Putin gave that to each and every one of us, everyone, one man, incredible. And so that's my intention, and each and every one of my Dungeons and Dragons brothers and my Dungeons and Dragons sisters, you are released, right? Because where I'm going next, I don't know what this is going to look like. I genuinely don't. But I intend to continue to create content and to talk about things from a Maslow's valley perspective, right? And I don't want to drag you. You know what I mean? I don't know what this is going to look like. right? Like I'm heading off on a journey, and I don't know where it's going to end. And I care deeply about each and every one of you, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you did to make this joyful and wonderful and truly an epic aspect of my life. I'm so thankful. But I also don't want to be, I don't want to drag you where I'm going next, because I really don't even know where this journey is going, right? So you are released, and don't feel that you need to press yourself to, to stay as a viewer or stay as a commenter, because I know that your world has changed the way my world has changed, right? And I want you to be safe and comfortable and to have joy. And I can't promise that. I can't promise that. I'm going to be talking about the thing I love the most. Going forward, there's just going to be different concerns, right? So, you are released. Thank you once again for the journey you took with me on Dungeons and Dragons. It's at our feet. It's in pieces, right? I'm hoping there's going to be a day, someday in the future, where it's melted down and it's reforged, and we can all enjoy it again. I'm hoping that we can reach that Maslow's pinnacle world again, that we can re-seize it. Right now, no question, we're in Maslow's valley. I wish you the best as you journey back up to the top, if the top is even existent anymore. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate each and every view, each and every comment, and I wish you safety, and I wish that you can find joy at the bottom, in Maslow's valley. It was easy. It was easy at Maslow's pinnacle, and I thank you for helping me keep me in the Maslow's pinnacle for so long, and to just like my art, my whole world was just art, and so things have changed. Thank you again. I really appreciate. I cannot say thank you enough. Thank you.